Okay, this is Jerry All Phase Auto. We're going to do pads and rotors on a 2015 Mini Cooper. So this is what we got. First thing I'm going to do is take these two 14 millimeter bolts off. So get yourself a 14 millimeter socket. Get them off first, and then we're going to pull the caliper back. Okay, so we got the 14 millimeter bolts off there. This does have a brake pad sensor on this side, it's passenger side. Goes all the way up here. So I'm going to take this out, which I believe is a 10 millimeter, and I'm going to unplug this sensor. So that's the next thing I'm going to do, and then I'll lift the caliper back. Okay, we got that sensor unplugged. Basically, it's just a connector. You squeeze, pull it apart, and then you just pull it off the clips there. One right here, pull it off there, and then you pop that off, and then it's going to hang loose. From there, I usually get a flathead. Just pop this out. So we got that. From here, we'll get this out of the way. There's two, we got to get this caliper bracket off. So there's one bolt right here and one right there. It's actually an inverted Torx. So get a 14 millimeter inverted Torx. Take them two bolts out, and we can move this caliper bracket out of the way. Okay, so I got the caliper bracket off. That's the socket I use for those bolts, inverted Torx. You'll need a new brake sensor and pads. So I'll take the pads off, take these clips off here, we're gonna wire brush it, put new clips in, put new pads, a new sensor. The rear pad's a little taller, so make sure you don't mix it up with this side. And then we got to push this piston back. You do need a special tool for that. That's this thing here. You can probably rent one at any auto parts store. So we'll put that tool on there to push that piston back, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, we got the pads on there, new shims. Check the slides, make sure they're moving back and forth. If they don't feel great, I usually pull them off, put new grease in there. These feel pretty good. I got this tool on here, push the caliper back. Basically put a 14 millimeter ratchet, turn it clockwise, and spin this part to the left, wind it all the way back. You do want to make sure that the grooves are pointing at 12 and 6 o'clock when they're done, which I'll show you. So let's do that. Okay, I got the piston all the way back. I always put those little grooves at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. You can kind of turn it back if it's not. And doesn't apply to every car, but it's a good practice, because sometimes if you don't do that, the pads get jammed up in there. Next step is I'm going to take this rotor off. That's a 6 millimeter Allen. Take that out, and then we'll tap it with a hammer. Okay, so we put this brake sensor on. It kind of snaps in. You might have to take a screwdriver and kind of push the plastic part. But once it snaps, you know it's in. Looks like that. So now we're gonna install this caliper bracket back on there. Put the caliper back on, and go back together here. Okay, we got this Brake job wrapped up here. All the bolts put back together. New rotor. New brake pad sensor. Everything good to go on this one, so I'll test drive it and see how it turned out. Hey YouTubers, it's Jared All Phase Auto. I just got this mini brake shop done and the rear pads and rotors. Not too bad, but you know, it could be challenging for a regular person, but I do this every day, so no big deal. So I know the video is probably going to be kind of quick for people. If anybody has any kind of questions on how the job is, you know, maybe I missed something there in a step and they got a question on how to complete the job, just shoot me a comment and I'll reply to it. Try to help you out any way I can. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and shoot me a like, shoot me a subscribe. I appreciate it. Have a great day.